everyone, my name is Elma Çali and I'm pleased to present our research on migration, wages and unemployment, a gravity model analysis of workforce mobility in the Western Balkans. This study, conducted in collaboration with my co-author, lecturer Emi Malaj from the University of Lora, examines the key economic factors driving labor migration in our region. Using the gravity model, we analyze how wage disparities and unemployment rates influence workforce mobility, shaping labor market across the Western Balkans. Understanding this pattern is essential for policymaking, aiming to create sustainable economic opportunities and manage migration flows effectively. In this presentation, I will show the key session of our study on migration in the Western Balkans. I will begin by showing the significance of migration, wages, and unemployment in shaping labor markets in the region. The large-scale migration from Western Balkan countries to European destinations highlight the need to identify the key driver of this mass movement. Drawing on existing literature, the model incorporates core gravity determinants such as the relative size of countries and geographical distance, along with key economic indicators including GDP per capita, unemployment rate, and wage differentials. The literature review will examine previous research on migration, highlighting key theories and empirical findings. The data and methods session will outline the data set employed in our study and detail the application of the gravity model in analyzing migration flows. This will be followed by a comprehensive analysis of our model's key findings, providing valuable insight into mobility trends within the Western Balkans and their broader economic implication. Finally, I will conclude by summarizing our key insight and discussing the policy implication of our research. International migration continues to reshape global challenges, with 170 million displaced individuals and 281 million international migrants worldwide, based on the IOM figures. Migration to OECD countries has reached record levels, with 6.5 million permanent migrants in 2023, alongside a 30% rise in asylum applicants, totaling 2.7 million new requests. Referring to the Western Balkans, migration is driven by economic, political, and social factors. High unemployment, poverty, and social inclusion have fueled youth migration, exacerbating labor shortages and reshaping workforce dynamic in the region. Understanding these trends is essential for addressing migration-driven economic and demographic shifts. Regarding the literature review, migration theories emphasize economic factors as the primary driver of mobility. Early studies, such as those by Lewis or Todaro, focus on labor capital distribution and income differentials, while later research highlighted wage disparities, macroeconomic conditions, and GDP per capita as key determinants. Recent studies, particularly on the Western Balkans, emphasize unemployment and political instability as significant factors influencing migration trends. Anyway, the literature on migration is extensive, covering a wide range of perspectives beyond those mentioned in this presentation, reflecting the importance and complexity of this topic. Considering data and methods, our methodology is based on quantitative indicators with data analysis at the macroeconomic level for the period 2012 to 2023. The study draws on data from international databases, including the World Bank, OECD, Eurostat, ILO, CEPII, Geodest, and national statistical databases, ensuring a comprehensive and reliable empirical framework. In our analysis, we consider a set of key indicators to examine migration pattern. The dependent variable is migration stop, which measure the number of migrants from the origin country residing in the destination country at a given time. We included migration stock instead of migration flows because as different researchers consider migration stock data to be more reliable than migration flow data. For the independent variables, we include demographic and geographic factors such as the population of both the origin and destination countries, as well as the geographical distance between them. Economic indicators including GDP per capita in both the origin and the destination country. Additionally, labor market variables such as the difference in unemployment rates and wage level between the two countries provide insight into the role of economic opportunities in shaping migration flows. The gravity model predicts specific migration patterns based on economic and demographic factors. Higher GDP in origin countries reduces emigration, while higher GDP in destination countries attract more migrants. Larger population in both origin and destination countries increase migration flows, whereas greater geographic distance act as a barrier due to the higher cost. Wage and unemployment differential serve as strong pull factors influencing mobility. In terms of methodology, the study applies the pooled OLS method with a log linear specification, following Silva and Tenreiro and Martinez-Arzoso to ensure robust estimation of migration determinants in the Western Balkans. As seen in Table 1, the results strongly support the gravity model in explaining migration flows in the Western Balkans, confirming the significant influence of key economic and demographic factors. For statistical significance and modal strength, low p-values indicate that GDP per capita, population size and distance, wage differences and unemployment rate are significant determinants of migration. Additionally, the adjusted R-square of 76.9% demonstrates strong explanatory power, reinforcing the model's reliability in capturing migration pattern. Addressing economic inequalities and strengthening labor markets in origin countries are essential for reducing economic gaps and improving employment opportunities, which could help manage emigration trends. To summarize our findings, this study provides a comprehensive framework for understanding migration flows in the Western Balkans. By analyzing key economic and labor market factors, we have identified the main drivers influencing migration trends. Based on this insight, we now present our concluding remarks, highlighting the critical implication for policymakers and future research. Governments should implement targeted strategies such as foreign investment incentives, infrastructure improvement, and labor market reforms to create jobs, raise wages, and mitigate emigration pressure. This study contributes to migration research and offers a basis for future studies. While the analysis to include other indicators in this gravity model might be, for example, political stability, governance quality, corruption perception, poverty, that could enhance the understanding of migration dynamics. So, thank you for your attention.